Now we want to discuss about some leisure philosophers or political philosophers in Western political philosophy, but they are having large impact they left on the humanity, and among them the first one we could discuss Spinoza and his idea of the state. Spinoza was born at Amsterdam and was a Swedish, so Spinoza exhibits to us the almost perfect type of a mind without superstitions, which has freed itself from all but reasoned and intelligent convictions. And when he fails, it is not by any inconsistency or arbitrary stopping short of necessary conclusion of his logic, but by the essential defect of his principles. He was no doubt greatly influenced by Hobbes, Grotius, and Machiavelli. Like Hobbes, Spinoza also held that the chief motive of humanization is self-interest. To Spinoza, the state was not a necessary evil, but a positive good. It was created for the reason that it could promote general happiness. It came into existence through a voluntary compact by which the powers of its individuals were combined, and their natural rights to do what seems for their separate advantage were resigned in favor of a ruling power which employed the natural right of the whole community for the fullest enjoyment of freedom. Man entered into a contract and became bound by it. Spinoza compact was quite different, and his contract is quite different from that of Hobbes and Locke. According to Spinoza, it was foolish to expect a man to keep a contract that does him more harm than good, or to keep a contract when the violation of it does him less harm than good. Spinoza insisted upon the unity of state. He suggested that organic unity of the state and conceived its sovereignty as resting upon the common reason or general mind of its members. So, Spinoza favored aristocratic republican form of government. To him, monarchical form of government was in theory indefensible and in practical impossible. The chief aim of Spinoza state was the preservation of individual liberty. According, the power of the state was limited by the natural rights of its members to act that made for general welfare. So, like Machiavelli, Spinoza also held that the principles applicable to individuals could not always be applied to states. So here we found the double standard of morality as it was prescribed by Machiavelli in his Prince. One morality that is for state and another morality for the individuals. So Spinoza believed that war among states was inevitable unless an organized force stronger than any one of them was established. Federation among states was a desirable means of diminishing war. It was Spinoza from whom Rousseau borrowed the theory of general will, as because the very concept and idea of general will was first enunciated by Spinoza in his authoritative book, and that is Tractatus Politicus, and also in his ethics. Locke was also greatly influenced by Spinoza in the treatment of individual liberty, as we found that Spinoza, from the very beginning of his philosophy, gave full importance that if the community is formed for the only fullest enjoyment of freedom, for which men entered into a contract and also became bound by it. So, this way, Locke was also greatly influenced by Spinoza in his treatment of individual liberty. So, it would not be too much to say that Spinoza occupies an important place amidst the great philosophers of the 17th century. As to sum up and to conclude our lecture on Spinoza, it would be right to conclude in this way that Spinoza exhibits to us the most perfect type of mind without having any superstitions, which has freed itself from all but reasoned and intelligent convictions. And when he fails, it is not by any inconsistency or arbitrary stopping short of the necessary conclusions of his logic, but by the essential defect of his principles. So, among the leisure philosophers in Western political philosophy, no doubt, we found there are a number of such leisure political philosophers or thinkers who contributed a lot and made lasting impact on Western political philosophy. And among them, one of the star was Spinoza, and his idea about the state that we have completed in this lecture and in our Next upcoming lectures, we would like to discuss some other leisure political philosophers of Western political philosophy who left lasting impact on Western political philosophy.